We've seen the last two Reason managed to win, but MnM going to be able to pick this one up, and I believe actually, no, they are going to swap in the end, I believe. So it's going to be MnM heading over to that CT side, and Reason sticking or going over to the T side. We'll see how that's going to pan out. We will be able to swap the names over in the overlay for you guys, just so that they are the correct way around. It is MnM on that CT side, and we'll see what Reason are going to be able to do to really bring this to their opponents. They've got to come in swinging. They are down in the series, and the fight is already underway. USPs should come up strong, but up close, the Glocks will do work, and Cryptix is looking to be the power for his team right now. Aaron on the scene. He's going to be looking to try and get these trades, but he's 3 versus 1 right now. Takes Rom, clean off, and Cryptix finds himself a 3rd kill of the round. Finally gets shut down by the problem himself. And it's Robin Nasty and Bishop to finish this round off. Certainly a good situation for Reason to kick things off. We'll see whether or not it's going to be Kiyoshima able to win out the 2 versus 1.
Yeah, but he's already been the clutch king previously. Can he carry that title forward? It's going to be a 1 versus 2. Time is ticking away from him, though, and it's in short supply. 4x3, your heart out. Couldn't quite spot out Bishop up on top of the red train. Does eventually flick him, find some damage, but these guys just playing for time. A perfect play right now. As well, time is just ticking away from MnM. It is going to be still trying to find a frag, but Robin not going to give it to him. Does take him down, and as a result, Reason will be finding the first round on the board. It's going to go 1-0. They take the pistol, and now, providing they can actually do a good job of converting these anti-ecos, potentially the first 3 rounds as well. And winning the pistol and the anti-ecos on the T side is always a very good start. This map, almost incredibly CT-sided in a lot of ways. And, you know, if you can get 3 guaranteed rounds off the back of that pistol, that is exactly the start you need.
Yeah, I will say it is in fact Reason that are 1-0 up right now. It is Reason that are on that terrorist side, MnM on that more defensive CT side. Hopefully be able to get that updated for you guys in just a moment or two. But now we're going to see Reason going on the aggressive here, looking to try and really capitalize on this. They've got a few SMGs to work with as well as an AK, and it's just going to be Jenko and Kiyoshima there remaining. Nice little shot from Jenko. Gets one straight into the skull of Rom, and it's going to be Kyo chiming in as well, and suddenly they've equalized things 2 versus 2 now. This is going to be Robin Nasty and Cryptix trying to just protect the bomb plant right now. All they have to do is play this one safe. They do have a molly in the hands of Cryptix, so he will be able to just drop that on the bomb, but doesn't need to because Robin Nasty's on the scene with an AK and will finish off those players.
Yeah, they get that 2nd round on Reason's side, and well, now they'll be looking for the 3rd. MnM, they are going to be onto the eco, just having to bite the bullet. Give them this 3rd round. They're not going to have the most ideal buy. Vanilla pistols for the most part. 2 players upgrading in the form of Jenko and Kyo to try and force something into this. But ultimately, it should be 3-0 in favor of Reason here. They've got 3 AKs to play around with 2 SMGs as well. Looking to try and farm some money. That flash is just going to slow everyone down. Rom is able to find one, finds a 2nd. Hello, money. $1,200 currently. It's going to be Bishop as well. Takes down the 2 players on the like. Now it's just Mole with an USP. 1 versus 4. And while he's making his way around the site, completely surrounded, it's not looking good, and it's Robin to take him down. Everyone wanted a little piece of the action there, and a nice $1,200 bonus on the back of Rom.
Yeah, fantastic start for Reason here. They're kicking things off the way they should be going right now. MnM, obviously, very convincingly took the first 2 maps in this series, and then we just had probably the closest map. I mean, I don't think we'll see a map as close as what we saw on Overpass in the rest of the finals. I'd be surprised if we do. Double overtime came on through in the end. But Reason started things off correctly this time, and looking to put a hole in that plan, but it's going to be Aaron protecting his teammate there as Mole got full flash, but Rattlesnake now pushing on forwards, gets tagged very heavily, and Mole will finish him off. 2 terrorists remaining, and they shouldn't be long left for this world. Cryptix is going to be the last one, finds 2 for himself, but gets completely flanked and will be finished off in the end. So, all in all, MnM managed to grab themselves that first rifle round of the game.
Yeah, but look at the money on the side of Reason. Robin, he had $8,000 going into this round. He can buy up for the rest of his team. No problem. So it will be another buy on the cards. You've got the AWP as well. I imagine it's going to be picked up by Rattlesnake. Well, instead, actually opting to chuck that over on towards Bishop. an interesting change for them to make. Going to be seeing Rom going aggressive in towards B. Robin as well, there to back him on up, so the trades can come through right now. MnM, they're going for a 2-3 split. Two guys over in towards that B site, and then there's Stanley, Jacob, and Aaron over towards A. No AWP currently up on the side of MnM, so they're still relying on these rifles at range, which is always a curious one on train. You would expect the team with the AWP to kind of be a little bit more favoured on these longer angles, so it wouldn't surprise me if we see Reason go for some sort of A split.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised at all, but we'll have to see. You know, the analysts were saying that they wouldn't be too surprised to see the A site just favoured in general, but Mole, with a very aggressive push on that CT side, manages to find one, but these trades going in favour, I was going to say of MnM, but Bishop is going to answer for it. Gets two for himself, using this AWP very effectively, but Cryptix has been found. Stanley gone on the flank, and it's going to be Keo as well, who shuts down that AWPer that has been such a spanner in the works in this round. All in all, Rom now in a 1 versus 3, and will get finished off by Keo. Nice easy shot for him, and it means that the defuse can come through from the rest of his teammates. And MnM get a second one on the trot now. So Reason, unfortunately, get off to a great start, but can't really keep things rolling. And I'm curious to see whether they force anything here or if they go for a full eco. I would hope that they just eco this one, because then they will be able to buy in the next round.
Yeah, this is usually the way things go. You see the momentum kind of slow down a little bit now for the T side. Reason they are going to be struggling with their backs against the wall. They force up into this round and try and keep the pressure on, which is interesting because they won't have enough money to buy up next round, so they are going to be reliant on getting a bomb plant at least. Setting up currently to try and make their way out on towards A. You can also see as well, you've got Robin slowly but surely trying to work something in towards that B site. Two players here. Keo could be the player pushed up close, just down B ramp. Not going to be giving anything his way. They pop flash goes through. Robin can't find anything off the back of it, sadly. And now it's going to be Reason still looking like they want to try and take a chunk out of this A site. Smokes and flashes lined up and ready to go. And as they make their way on through, as do the players on Reason. Oh, now up to the fall on back, actually. Going to be going for the fake, so they chuck all their utility in towards B, leaving only Keo now to try and defend this B site. And while he's going to fall, the rotate coming on through from Aaron. He makes his way through Connector, does have the AK, but AWP still a little bit slow on the rotate on the back of Jenko. That would have been the ideal weapon to have in this situation. Sadly, the site is already overrun by Reason Gaming.
It certainly is, and nice after plants as well for them. They only have pistols on 3 of the players, but that should be enough. Rattlesnake's been found though. Aaron pushing forward very aggressively and gets a second as well. Now he's going to look toward Cryptix, who peeks and will get shut down. Aaron is on a tear right now. The last player walks in, but Aaron's having none of it. Takes up 4 kills for himself and manages to take the round for MnM.
Yeah, and it's a great return to form right now. We saw it look like they were wavering a little bit towards the end of Overpass, so we were saying that fatigue could have played into it, but since that recovery previously, they are going into this full throttle, to say the least. It's going to be 3-3 as everything ties on up. And Reason, they're going to be buying up once again. That plant is going to allow the buy to come on through, just facilitate a fairly weak buy. I mean, less than ideal, to say the least. 3 AKs at Galil and a Deagle up on Cryptix, but they're going to try and make it work anyway. Trying to force the issue onto MnM.
You can see as well in the chat that it's a bit of banter going on. These guys are, of course, all friends. And, you know, these UK players, most of them have teamed with each other at some point in the past. That's generally the way it works here in the UK. So, good to see them not taking it too seriously just yet. But at the same time, you know, this is going to mean a lot to these guys. First place gets £5,000. Second, they get £1,000. That is a huge jump in terms of prize money. So we'll see who's going to be taking the advantage here. Pretty much a full rifle round. Obviously just the Deagle in the hands of Cryptix. Starting to run low on utility though on the side of Reason here. A couple of players still with a lot to work with, but the rest of the squad not really got that much remaining. MnM on the defensive side, still a lot of flashes to be working with, but Aaron just waiting around the corner, waiting for that peak to come out, and that's the bomb carrier, no less.
Yeah, losing Bishop, you can already see the rotate coming on through for MnM as they start to rotate in towards A. Aaron keeps the aggression going, finds good damage, but it's going to get taken down. Rom there to trade things back, better late than never before. Aaron could pick up another frag to his name. It's going to be a 4-on-4, looking like they want to try and exert some pressure in towards the B site as they rotate that bomb. It's going to be Keo up close, though he finds 2 frags. Rattles there to trade things out, but it's a 2-for-1 trade still in favor of MnM. And well, Jenko does land the damage to the all, missing that shot ever so slightly. Robin picks up one as a result of the mistake there, but Jenko quick to rectify his issue, does take down Rattlesnake in return, leaving it all in the hands of Robin. And Jenko, he lines up a second, takes him down with just expert marksmanship to cement a 4th round on the board for MnM.
Yeah, Jenko doing a fantastic job so far this game. 7 kills for him, 8 for Aaron as well, so really solid stuff coming out from this CT side. Well, again, we're seeing Rattlesnake really start to struggle towards the first half of this game. Only 2 kills on the board for him. We'll see whether he's going to be able to warm up again in just a little bit. You know, he's had Rattlesnake very much been kind of hot and cold so far in this series. He's had some games where he's just been off the chain and others where he's not been there, but Rattlesnake started things off right with a 1 Deagle to Aaron. Jenko, though, shuts him down. 4 versus 4. The Deagles can be powerful, but I don't think they're going to be powerful enough as Jenko finds his 2nd kill of the round. It's going to be Keo on the site here, ready and willing to just shut anyone down that comes on through. We'll be seeing whether or not they actually decide to push onto this B side.
Yeah, man advantage, of course, leaning the way of MnM does mean that they're going to be in a very good place if this push comes underway, and while it's looking like that's going to be the case, it's going to be Keo to get the first. Jenko as well to back him up. Rom does find the trade out on a Keo, at least as a bit of a parting gift, but Jenko keeps the aggression going, doesn't want to give them the chance to get the bomb down. It's actually Stanley to find the frag onto Rom, and it's going to be a 5-3 scoreline now as MnM, they're just showing no signs of slowing down. They take 5 rounds consecutively, and Reason finally with a shot to buy up once again. 4 rifles and an AWP up on Rattlesnake.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, right now, what MnM is saying to Reason is, you know what? You won the pistol. You got the 3 rounds just like as a conversion off of that. But realistically, we're the ones to watch out for. We're the ones that are in charge, and certainly proving that over the last 5 rounds. We'll see whether they can actually keep that up, though, because they're at a point now where Reason, they get that maximum loss bonus every single round that they lose, so they will be able to get some cash built up eventually, and it's going to be traded 1-for-1 so far, but Rattlesnake turns it into a 2nd as well. So really good job there by Reason to take advantage of that situation, and now spread out across the map, they can decide where they actually want to force this advantage down the throats of MnM. Where do they want to make this outnumber really count?
Yeah, and my guess is it is going to be a... Well, I mean, it could be either side. I mean, you've got Cryptics over towards Ivy, who can help split out on towards A, but the remainder of Reason all kind of concentrated over towards that B site. Do mean, of course, they can have him play that lurk role, prevent the rotate off that A site, and that's exactly what it looks like they might be trying to do. As well, Cryptics now rotating through to meet up with the rest of his team. 2 players right now for MnM still on that A site. Smokes and flashes making their way out towards B. 40 seconds left. It's looking like B is the site in question. Keo, the only player to hold things down, does have an AWP in hand and just scopes out as they go to make their way across. So the just the luck in the air is going to go to favour of Reason Gaming, allowing that bomb to go down. Now it's a 3-on-4. The man advantage still in favour of Reason here. Nearly lands one onto the magical flying Rom, but he's going to make it down. Finally gets traded out by Jenko with that AWP. It's the AWP brothers to try and clutch this one out. Jenko swapping out for the M4 now as they go aggressive in towards the site. It's going to be Keo do good damage, but he gets taken down. And now it's just Jenko, 1 versus 3. They triple peek him at the same time, and he's going to go down. It's 5-4 as Reason. They pick up a much-needed round on the board. Yeah.
There will be a rebuy coming through here for MnM, but I don't think they'll be able to do that too many times. They ain't got that much cash to work with in the grand scheme of things, but I've got to say that shot towards the end there from Rattlesnake, that had to have been a no-scope. He got tagged out there, but then just spins around and just clocks him. I don't see any way that he had time to actually scope him for that one, but either way, Reason now just 1 round down, are against another full rifle buy here, but they do have that AWP to work with. It's going to be going into Rattlesnake's hands once again, but Mole disagrees with that statement and will shut Rattlesnake down, which means now MnM with the advantage as well as having the only sniper on the map. That's bad news for Reason.
Yeah, not going to be looking good indeed. They try to make something happen potentially in towards B, but the rotate is already there. Aaron and Keo, 2 players you definitely don't want to be messing with in towards this B site. Truly terrifying prospect indeed. And well, towards A, you've got the AWP on the back of Mole, which I can expect they don't want to be challenging. They don't have anyone to counter-snipe him. An AWP to kind of force the issue of their own. And as a result, we're going to be seeing Reason Gaming trying to make their way out on towards the B site. Flashes allowing that play to come underway, but MnM, they're going to be meeting it with flashes of their own just to slow things down. The momentum is gone from this push. It's going to allow Kia to get one. Aaron chiming in with one of his own finally gets taken down, as does Kia, so the trades come through. It's a 2 versus 3. Bomb is going down, and there's just enough time as well for Robin to make his way up in towards uppers for the afterplant position. This does, however, leave Bishop alone and isolated on the site.
2 versus 2 now. Jenko's going to be the first one to fall. Stanley, though, will be able to answer. Robin Nasty with 3 kills already in this round, and he might be able to turn it into a 4th. Stanley's way in, but the molly comes on through. That is going to deny the defuse immediately, and now Stanley is on a hunt. He's looking for the kill right now, but Robin Nasty will have heard him and will be able to get a headshot. Robin Nasty protects his plant, gets 4 kills for himself, and rightly earns himself the MVP of that round. 5-5, the equalizer has been found for Reason Gaming, and there's no money to work with for MnM. That buffer has been battered on down, and Reason, they're finding their way back into this series right now.
Yeah, I mean, 5 rounds, 5 rounds to 5 on train is nothing to be upset about. In fact, that leaves Reason in a very, very good position, to say the least, as well as MnM. They're going to be on an eco here, just getting completely slaughtered. That's not going to help out. And now it's all on Stanley. He's in a 1 versus 4. Got a lot of work to do. Only a 5-7 to do it with. And so many members of Reason still alive. It is a truly terrifying ordeal for him. Rom does find it. That's $1,800 extra bonus on the back of that MAC-10.
He's loving it.
He's just farming money for days. 5 grand on his back. Robin as well, $7,000 to his name. They're in a very good place economically. MnM, on the other hand, able to force down into this round. They do get, rifles across the board, but fairly lackluster amount of utility to try and work with.
Yeah, and now Reason, they've actually got that round advantage once again. They're the ones in the lead, and Rattlesnake finding that first kill is going to be huge. Aaron, actually, no, it was Cryptics that killed off Robin Nasty there, but look at the kill feed. Absolute chaos right now. Suddenly it's only Keo, but Rattlesnake's got something to say about that. It's Rattlesnake and Bishop who managed to finish the entire squad of MnM. Absolute meat grinder going on right there, and it is going to be Reason with a 2-round advantage there. I mean, earlier on today, there was an incredibly quick round, and I said that's probably going to be the quickest round of the finals. I was wrong.
Yeah, no, that was
just
it
saw
just
quicker.
then. Yeah, definitely. It is eligible for that title, 100%. It's going to be Rattlesnake once again in towards mid, take it off. Just Jenko's flesh from his bones, I guess. I thought it was a headshot, but no. It's going to be the man advantage going the way of Reason very early on, and only pistols on the side of MnM is going to make this a hell of a lot harder for them to come back from. Bishop is watching the ladder push coming out right now, and as a result, it's going to force Aaron away from there. He doesn't want to try and make his way into the waiting arms of Reason Gaming just yet.
Yeah, these pistols, I say it time and time again, we've seen crazy things happen in pistol rounds before, but in this situation, realistically, MnM shouldn't really be able to make too much happen. Stanley, though, does manage to find 2 headshots for himself. Well, I've been proven wrong. I opened my mouth just a little bit too early there, and now Aaron with an AK should be able to take a kill, but Robin Nasty does find 1. Keo, though, he's more than happy with the deagle. Finds another headshot for himself. Stanley and Keo both grab a rifle. It was an AWP in the hands of Keo at the end there, who will be able to throw that over towards Mole. And, well, the caster's curse comes into play. The second I say, you know what, they've only got pistols, they should be able to make this one happen, they just destroy Reason.
Yeah, no, indeed. It's going to go 6-7 on the back of that. Just complete pistol shutdown from the side of MnM to try and make their way back into this one. 1 round the difference right now between them and Reason, but other than that, a fairly commandeering lead right now from the T side. They do have the 1 round advantage, and I do feel like they've done a great job being able to pull this one back and actually take the lead in what a lot of us were saying should be MnM's map. Going to turn things around, and this round going to be looking a little bit different. They lose Bishop early on, they forego the advantage that they normally find themselves with, and actually end up with a disadvantage. Now they have to try and play being a man down, and we can already see it slow down the pace so much. Reason they've almost grinded entirely to a halt as they slowly make their way in towards B, but they're looking a little bit confused, a little bit cautious as well, because they know that Keo's here, and as his name says, he has been the problem.
Certainly has many a situation. He's been charging around with the Desert Eagle. I mean, that last round, I believe he got 2, if not 3 kills for himself. and will spot out this entire squad from Reason that are trying to push in. He finds one headshot for himself looking for Ron, but gets outclassed right there. Rattlesnake as well chimes in. And now Cryptix will be able to get this bomb down. Stanley and Jenko, the last two remaining. It's Jenko on the scene though, finds one onto Rom, and it's 2 versus 2 now. Rattlesnake and Cryptix gonna have to do their best to protect this one. Cryptix hanging on to dear life right now, 21 HP, but Rattlesnake will be coming in from the rafters. There's one for Cryptix. Jenko gets Rattlesnake, but while he's looking up into the sky, Cryptix will finish him off. And there we have it, Reason keeping this lead.
Yeah, I don't know how that just worked out. I mean, Rattlesnake there, looking at his teammate like he wanted to try and shoot him. Cryptix, on the other hand, 21 HP, I think, at the end of that round. Finds those last 2 kills and cements an 8th on the board for Reason Gaming. Very, very good round from them indeed. It's going to be the 2-round advantage now, leaning the way of Reason, and a very quick first half as well. Going to be seeing the force spike coming into effect from MnM, and while that's going to pay off, they do get 1 frag out of Cryptix. Rattle there, don't try and return things back. The frag's going back and forth, but ultimately going to be ending up in favor of Reason Gaming. The man advantage leaning their way. Stanley in a very good position to try and make something happen. Does find a little bit of damage through the smoke, but that's going to be it. Nade goes out, and once again, fairly lackluster on the old damage front. He's going to fall as Robin takes his head off. Now it's all on Keo. He's got the Deagle in hand. He's still got 3 players left to find, and they know where he is. It's going to be Bishop to find him as it goes 9-6 in favor of Reason Gaming.
Absolutely, Reason taking a very strong first half, and you know, on Train, a map that's generally speaking considered to be pretty CT-sided, and MnM, they're really going to have to pull something out on this second half. We could be looking towards a 2-2 scoreline at this rate if Reason can keep this up. And you know, talking to people before this series, a lot of people were saying that this should be an MnM series. This should be them taking the trophy home. They are still in the lead at this point. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but Reason are taking it to them. Here we go in the pistol, though. It is going to be MnM on the attacking side, obviously. Reason with those USPs going to be on the CT side. Here we go. Let's see what they can do, though. Cryptix has found 1 to kick things off. Aaron very, very low. Will get finished off by Bishop, who's found 2 for himself. And Keo pushing aggressively, but just gets 1 straight into his face. Rattlesnake finishes off Mole as I choke over my words. Yeah. And it is going to be Reason taking a 10th round.
I thought we were going to need a paramedic then. I didn't know what just happened to you. Oh my!
Saw my life flash before my eyes.
It's going to go the way of Reason. They only lose 1 player in the form of Bishop due to Mole, and other than that, everyone else just slips through the net. The bomb does go down. That's going to have MnM to try and force the issue in around number 18. This time, though, they are just going to have to bite the bullet and take this one on the chin, as it were. Because, you know, they're not going to have the best buy. They can't force buy up any armor, and as a result, Reason, they're going to try and capitalize on that as best they can. Almost SMGs across the board, with the exception of Bishop, who's being a little bit cautious. Does opt for the M4 for the long-range capability. Well, we can see MnM, they're stacking up outside of this B area, trying to make something happen over towards here. B is a good site to do on these ecos. It does almost always guarantee a plant, unless they get completely mopped up by Robin and Rattlesnake, the 2 players tasked with holding down this push. It's going to be Robin to find 1, finds 2, looking for the 3rd, he gets 3, Mole's going to go down. And while Rattlesnake, he's shutting this down, and the importance of that is it disallows a second plant. As a result, the buy-up in around number 3, or round number 18, whatever you prefer, is going to be substantially weaker in terms of the utility they can afford to get on the side of MnM.
Yeah, and it's proven right there on your screens. Look at that, just a flashbang in a couple of players' hands, a couple of smokes, and then 1 high explosive grenade as well. So it's a sorry buy for MnM, but it's a buy no less. This is definitely a buy that could win a round, but I've got to say, you hit the nail on the head when you said they'll get the plant unless they just get mopped up, and that was exactly what happened to them. Absolute demolition coming on through in the end, but now let's see what MnM are going to be able to do in this round, what they're going to be able to bring to the party with these AKs, whether they'll be able to find their headshots or whether it's going to be Rattlesnake on this AWP having a big impact. We saw him on that terrorist side when he had that AWP in hand. He was doing fantastic work, but immediately Keo just completely shuts him down, proving me wrong on that one. Still 5 players up for MnM, so they have the advantage now, and they're looking to push up towards this A site. They're looking to make something happen, but it's not going to happen. Bishop with 2, Cryptix with 1, and that is just about this push done and dusted at this rate. 2 players remaining. Rom has picked up the AWP off of Rattlesnake's dead body and will find another kill for himself. Jenko looking for some headshots, finds 1, but it's not going to be turned into anything else. Bishop with a hat trick, and it's another round for Reason, doubling the score of MnM. Well, the first two maps have been long forgotten by Reason.
Yeah.
No such thing as tilt, they say, as they're looking towards one on train.
Yeah, I don't know what we're seeing right now. The resurgence of Reason Gaming is what it's looking like. You got the AWP up and Rattlesnake still, and that's a force to be reckoned with indeed. We didn't see it playing much into the previous round. This round, though, MnM, they are going to be on the eco. A Tech 9 on the back of Aaron, a few Deagles here and there, and a sprinkling of P250s as well. Whack that in an oven for 20 to 25 minutes, and you'll have yourself a delicious eco round. It's going to be at 6 to 12 currently. So we can see MnM, they're trying to potentially make some sort of play in towards this B site once again. They send everyone down in towards Pop. As Bomb doesn't make its way down just yet, we could be seeing the essence of a fake coming on through, saying that all four players here now. It's looking like they're going to try and force the issue on towards A instead. Of course, the rifle should be coming up trumps in this engagement. Bishop finds two. It's going to get taken down. Once again, a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Reason to start things off, but it's Keo with that Deagle. Takes the head clean off of Robin. Looking for a second. It's going to get tagged down low. The trade's ultimately, once again, going to be going the way of Reason, and that nade. Goodbye, Keo. Now it's all on Mole. 1 versus 3. He's got a P250 to try and play around with here, but he is behind enemy lines. That's kind of the silver lining in this situation.
Yeah, appropriately named. Mole is going to be the one behind enemy lines here. The reason they should be able to just keep this locked down. P250 only. I don't think there's much he'll be able to do with it. Rattlesnake, though, could be caught out here if he can sneak on up this ladder. He's not been spotted just yet. And Rattlesnake does see him, but it's all too late. Got the AWP, but Rom shuts him down. Nice little bit of a setup there, protecting their teammates, making sure they're always able to get those trades. And Reason, they are going to be taking yet another round. We're looking at a 2-2 scoreline at this rate. Reason just 3 away from taking this map. However, MnM, this is their opportunity. They're 7 rounds down, but they've got an AWP in the hands of Mole, and they've got 4 AKs, and everyone else's grubby mitts. We'll see. I was going to say we'll see if they can do much with it. Apparently not, as Keo just gets beheaded by Bishop.
Yeah, but losing your entry early on in the form of Keo, that's not going to be ideal. Jenko able to get 1 to put things back into a 4-on-4, but it's going to be Robin going aggressive. Finds 1 out of Aaron. The trade could come through, and it does so. Cali is there to make things right again. Puts it back into the 3-on-3 as he equalizes out the numbers for the side of MnM. And well, now we're going to be seeing them try to play this a little bit slower. We can see the momentum has completely gone for the side of MnM. Reason actually opting to go aggressive. They send Bishop up towards A main, and if he goes aggressive, might be able to find 1 on the Mole, who does have the bomb and has that AWP in hand. He's alone and he's isolated away from the rest of his team right now. We are seeing a very passive play coming in from MnM. Reason on the other hand, they go aggressive. Mole's going to go down, and that's it. The man advantage secured in favor of Reason. Bomb down as well. The rotate already underway. You can see they're sending Rattlesnake back from that B site over towards A. They know that that's where MnM have to be. 45 seconds left. They've got to try and get this bomb. Jenko falls though, and now it's all on Stanley. 1 versus 3.
I've got to say, Bishop has been absolutely ridiculous in these last few rounds. 14 on the board now for Reason, but it is all about Bishop. The last 2, 3, 4 rounds maybe, he has been just charging forward, getting at least 2 kills, and keeps on making it happen. He absolutely loves to get up close and personal with his opponents. We saw it in the group stages on Cash against Fish 123. Bishop kept on just pushing into main, and he would just get 2, maybe 3 kills every single round, and it was never punished. He's doing the same over towards the A site this time, and it keeps on working out for him. MnM just don't have an answer for it right now, and that molly should slow things down, but they did get 1 player on in. It's going to be Stanley pushing forward very aggressively. Has been spotted out though, so should get shut down, and Cryptix will be there, but gets equalized by Keo. Rattlesnake as well on this AWP. Finds 1, but can't actually turn it into his second one. Whiffs his second shot there. 3 versus 3 now. This is going to push up very aggressively. CZ in hand, and will finish off yet another player. Pulls out that AWP once again, and suddenly Keo is all alone in the world. I would assume that he's got a molly, but a smoke will deny that, and Bishop finds himself yet another kill.
Yeah, Reason Gaming, welcome to match point, and welcome to a great return to form. It's going to go 6-15 as Reason Gaming. They arrive at match point in just amazing fashion, sheer marksmanship, and amazing teamwork being the thing to be carrying them through right now, as well as Bishop. He's got his team over his shoulder, and he's relentlessly carrying him through this one. It's going to go 6-15 with what? Oh my god, why did I commit to this? A 9-round difference between these two teams. Why did I struggle with that?
Oh, mathematics, every caster's worst enemy. You should try casting Hearthstone, that's where it really comes into play. But either way, it's going to be Bishop once again finding the entry frag. We're saying this time and time again. Aaron will find Rattlesnake though, so at least they've shut someone down. At least they've been able to answer, but Aaron goes down. Bishop gets a second one and finds the bomb no less. Rom with the AWP in hand now will get one into the crotch of Mole. And suddenly Stanley, with not a care in the world, will hit the pavement, and it is going to be a 16-6 scoreline. Can you believe it? The exact same scoreline that we were expecting on Overpass, except it's Reason that take the map, and now we have a 2-2 on our hands. We are going to more maps than a lot of people were expecting.